man, do I love the sound of this car. Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, I am SendIt Steve. That's my F450. That is my 99 C5 twin turbo Corvette, which I do love, but it is frustrating. Obviously, you've seen the video of the new wrap. If you haven't, check it out. It was the last video. But today we have something a little bit different. If you were an original subscriber, you do know that I do car repairs and things like that, and we have one today. So I know a bunch of people like to see this type of stuff, diagnosis things like that. So basically what we're going to do is the owner of this vehicle said that they heard a noise in the rear of the car. It sounds like the rear end's going out, and I obviously, first thing I check is I look through and make sure that the brake rotors are good, because a lot of times people will hear a noise and things like that and they'll think, you know, oh man, there's, you know, a grinding noise or a bearing noise, something like that. And I think I think it's a bearing, I think it's that, or, you know, but instead of it actually being a bearing, it's just a simple brake job that they need. However, after, you know, checking out this vehicle, I did look on both sides. I crawled under it and looked, and the inside of the rotors look great too. So the, you know, these brakes were replaced. I know when they've been replaced, but I just wanted to double check just in case a slider locked up or a caliper locked up or a brake hose went bad. So these actually have been replaced within the last 6 months. I actually was the one to do it, so I knew it wasn't a brake issue. So now it's time to jump in the car and drive and kind of sort of diagnose where the issue is. Like I said, the customer said it's coming from the rear, so I'm going to be listening for noises in the rear. All right, so I'm not sure how well on the mic there or the GoPro that it's going to pick up the noise, but as you can tell driving down the road, you do hear that, like, not sure if the GoPro is picking that up, but you do hear it, and it does sound as if it's coming from the left front side over here. Now obviously I can tell it's not coming out of the rear because I can feel it at the base of my feet, and basically we're going to start our search up in the front of the vehicle. All right, so basically after driving this, I was able to then tell that the noise was no longer coming from the rear. Everything back there looked good when I, you know, had it up in the air and everything. As you can tell, we're actually up in the air now. But as soon as I came over here and got the front up in the air, I was able to notice 100% right away what the issue was, which I knew the noise was up front. Sometimes with noises though, it does travel from side to side. And in this case, I did think it was the left side, and it ended up being the right side, which is kind of a common thing. But then once I show you this, you're like, well, wow, how did you misdiagnose that? Or not misdiagnose, but how could you not tell it was left from the right? And like I said, sometimes sounds will travel through like the axle, the differential, and everything like that. But as soon as I got it up in the air, obviously you check for wheel bearing play, and there it is. So we found our issue. Now it's time to get in there and start replacing. To me, this is pretty basic and an easy I guess replacement part, because it's basically simple. There's 2 bolts here which retains the caliper. Then basically what I do is I take and I'll put the caliper up here, or I'll grab a bungee and hang the caliper from that. Never leave it just hang off of the brake hose. 90% of the time you may rip it, or you bump it and rip it, and it's just not worth it. So make sure you get that out of the way. Secondly, obviously you'll take your rotor off. That's easy. Some slide off, some have like 2 screws in it. Whatever it is, you get that done. So then basically you'll come in and take the axle nut off, push it in as far as it'll go, and you can tell, I mean, that bearing's got some play to it. So basically this one's an easy one. It is just 4 bolts. You take the 4 bolts out up top, or the 2 bolts up top, and then on the bottom, can you see, not sure if you can see, I think there's a dust shield in the way. Oh no, you can see right there, but there's 2 bolts here. You'll take these 2 bolts out, and it should come off. If it doesn't come off, then you'll grab a slide hammer, or you can try air hammer. Works very good if you don't have those tools, but a slide hammer should be able to break it off pretty easily. All right, so now that we have all 4 of our bolts out, there, and then on the other side there's one there, we'll go ahead and pop the ABS lines out of place. Now these just kind of pull. The new bearing should come with the ABS wire, but in case it doesn't, try not to do too much damage getting it out. You can unplug it from up here. All right, and then if you have a slide hammer kit, there are a couple different legs that you can use. You'll just go ahead and find the one that works with your application. That one obviously will not work. Go to the other one. That one will work. As you can tell, it goes in there. Then you'll take 2 of your lug nuts, run them tight, which I'm sure is kind of self-explanatory, but in case you didn't know, just run them on there. This is how a slide hammer works in real time. Now hopefully this is an easy one. I have done a bunch of these where they're not easy and you need more than a slide hammer, but so far this car, knock on wood, has come apart rather easy, as if it's been done before or already replaced. So, and you can tell with that on there, there's pretty good amount of slop. Screw that in, and then you take this. And there you have it. Now what you should do is remember where this goes if you don't remember. So you have the dust shield back in place where it goes, which it will only go one way, but some models will offer different. There you have it. One wheel bearing off. Now we'll wait, get the new bearing here in the next couple minutes when it arrives, and get it tossed back together. Alrighty, so we have our new bearing. I did sit it next to everything, make sure everything does appear to look the same. So it's time to install it. Let's get to it. Installation is obviously just as simple as removal. As you can tell, you pretty much redo everything that you undid the first time. And like I said, this one did come with a new ABS wire and everything like that, so we didn't have to worry about the other one. But some of them do not, so you just want to, you know, you got to know if it comes with it or not. But usually taking it apart, you don't want to damage it. Try your best not to. At this point too, it would be easier to straighten the wheel, but I like to fight. I like to fight it at first. Now, if you were wondering, these are 17mm bolts that hold the wheel bearing in place. I will try to go through and do a tutorial of what size everything you'll need. I believe the caliper bolts are 19s and the axle nut is a 32mm. Now, it may vary from yours, but I highly doubt it if it is all factory. As you can tell there, it is easier if you turn the wheel to get some of the other bolts. The lower one over here, you will actually probably just have to use a socket or a couple extensions. For me, it was just easier to use a ratchet. And like everything, there is a torque spec for everything, but I am SendIt Steve, so I use SendIt Steve torque specs. All right, as you can tell, we have our harness back in place and everything like that. We have our new clip mounted in the fastening location. So now it's time to get the wheel toss back on here and take it for a drive, make sure everything is good to go. All right, guys, well, there you have it. We have it back together 100%. I did drive it, but I ended up leaving the GoPro here on the jack stand, so I wasn't able to record the smooth driving of it now. But there you have it. There's what you need to do a wheel bearing on a 2010. Now, I'm sure the years will fluctuate, but whatever body style this Xterra is, they're basically simple. They're, you know, you don't need any crazy tools or anything. A slide hammer was really the only thing that I kind of needed, which I could have done with a hammer, but I used the slide hammer just because it was easier. But there you have it, guys. If you like the content, smash that like button. Please subscribe, and we will see you in the next upload.